is talking about love and all that, and then it says, these three things remain: faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these is love. And every time I read that, I got a little bit confused, because I was like, faith and hope are the same thing, so why would you put it twice? And also, like love, yeah, okay, that's good, but I don't understand why these are the greatest things. So then I started looking into it a little bit more, because that's something, good to do when you don't understand the Bible. And it took me a year. I came to this conclusion that I need faith because it keeps me focused. I need hope because it keeps me strong. And I need love because it keeps me motivated.
Yeah, come on.
And, I just totally passed my place. So, faith and hope are different, but they're the same. Paradox. But also, the Peru people got that, that's good. But faith, right, it applies to I have faith in God. I have faith in God. So, I believe in God. But faith also applies to just more than just the belief that God is there. Faith applies to the fact that I trust in God, I trust in his character, I trust that he is true, I trust that he is strong, I trust that he's all-powerful, I have faith that he comes through for me every time that I need him. I have faith that he is stronger than anything else in the world that could ever come against me, than any situation that I could ever come up against. He is bigger and he's stronger. It's faith in his character, faith in his power, and faith that he is for you and not against you. And things that stop you that can kill off that faith is, first of all, doubt. Doubt can hinder you. And one of the many times that I've been to uni, I was in a philosophy class, I was brought up in a Christian family, so I totally believe in God. There's no doubt about that ever in any point in my life. I've always believed in God. And I'm in this philosophy class, and this guy's babbling on about, are we real? Are you real? What is real? Is this real? I can feel it, but is it real? And then I'm like, am I real? What? And I got so confused. And I'm like, wait, maybe this is like the Matrix. I'm in the Matrix, and I'm not real, and I'm somewhere else, and I'm something else. And so then God isn't real because I'm in the Matrix and he didn't actually create anything. And I got really confused. So don't let doubt creep into your mind, because it's very easy for that to happen. And when it does happen, you need to get back to the good old thing called the Bible. Because that's what started out my confusion, and I don't think I'm in the Matrix anymore. But it's true, it's real, that happens. You get confused in your mind. And then hope keeps you strong. Hope is hope's like an emotional thing, It's something that people need to give them something to hold on to. And in Proverbs it says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life. And when we don't have hope, it literally makes you sick. And I remember one time, a couple of years ago, and I had loads of stuff going on in life, and I was living on my own for the first time, doing all this stuff for the first time, and I was walking home from work one day, and I was walking along the riverfront, and I didn't have any hope in life. I didn't have any hope for the future, and I'm walking along, and I just stopped walking, and I was like, what am I doing? What's going on? This is rubbish. If this is all life has to offer, this is rubbish. And what had to change was my heart. It's not that God wasn't there. It's not that God had, been like, oh, sir, 1 second, this guy in China, big problem, be back in 5. God was still there. It was just my heart. It was my heart condition that ended up with me not having hope anymore. And I asked, some of my non-Christian friends, so, do you have hope? And they're like, yeah, I have hope, yeah. I'm like, what do you have hope in? And they gave me all sorts of different answers. One of them was like, I have hope in the youth. I have hope in humanity. I have hope in happiness. And I'm like, all right. Because all that stuff will fade, right?
Oh,
if you put your hope in the wrong thing, it will leave you disappointed, and it will leave you feeling empty, and it will leave you feeling like, well, I've lost my direction, I've lost my purpose. But when you hope in God, He doesn't fail, He doesn't crush you, He doesn't leave you disappointed. When you hope in God, maybe there's things in your life that seem hopeless. Maybe there's, situations that you're like, God isn't pulling through for me here. There's no victory. I'm not getting out of it. But God hasn't left. Have you left God? Have you left that time that you need to spend with God? Because that's where I got my hope back. Because it was to do with my heart. It was to do with the fact that I was looking down at all of this stuff that was going on in my life and all the rubbish stuff, when actually my focus should have been to God. Yeah. And that's what got me my hope back. And there's lots of things that can steal that hope from you. Like as I said, being frustrated with stuff going on in life. But also from maybe, there's like a pattern of something in your life that you just can't seem to break. And you're wrestling with it and you're fighting with it and you think you're getting somewhere and then crash back down to earth. And that can chew up your hope. And maybe it's a pattern in your own life, maybe it's a pattern in your parents' lives or your family or something. But tonight you're going to get that hope back. Okay, so the next one was love. Oh no, wait, did I miss him? I feel like I missed him. How do you know? I'm joking, I wonder whatever that was. So love, right, keeps us motivated. Everything that we do has to be motivated by love, right? It says in that same scripture, from these three things remain, it says, I could have faith to move mountains, I could have the gift of prophecy, but if I don't have love, I have nothing. So everything that you do needs to be completely motivated by love. And when I read this, I was like, ooh, love, yeah, because, well, okay, I'm a girl, so maybe that's just a girl thing. But, at weddings, they read out that scripture a lot, and so you're like, oh, love, oh, I love love. But it's not love like that kind of love, it's love like hardcore love. Love that never fails, love that doesn't boast, love that always protects and always cares. That type of love, not the oh, he's so fine, I love him. It's like love. It's like God, it was love that broke the chains off your life. It was love that conquered the grave.
Come on, that's good.
It was love that will get you your healings. It's all got to be from love. It doesn't say, you need to have faith, hope, and power. It says faith, hope, and love, because love is more powerful than power.
Come on.
So, in the Bible there's lots of examples of people who have these three things. And one of them is King David. And he had faith in God, obviously. But then God sent a prophet and gave him a promise that he was going to be king. And then life went on. And then this guy Saul, who was king at that time, wanted to kill him. So, just as you do. So he is on the run from this guy. This guy has a pure hatred for him, for David, hatred. And David's in caves and everything. And then David will be in a cave, and then Saul comes in, and David's peeping behind the rock. And then he has the opportunity to get out his sword and absolutely just annihilate Saul, which I don't know. If I was in that situation, I think I probably would. Because I'm hey, this is my opportunity. God has delivered him into my hands. Here we go. But no, because David loves Saul. You get me? He loves Saul. Saul hates him. He has the chance to take his life. David has the chance to take everything from Saul, but he doesn't because he loves him. Now that is the type of love that this scripture is talking about. And David has hope as well, even though, a lot of the times he has a bit of a moan and life is rubbish, blah, blah, blah. But then he always says at the end, but God, I choose to praise you. I choose to keep my eyes focused on you. I choose to keep going because of you. So